3.
No.
What happened?
He hates bright lights.
Hello everyone and welcome to Action RPG. I'm your host Aaron, and for today's video we're headed to the 1.0 release of Striving for Light. This is a new isometric action RPG that has rogue-lite elements, and my plan was to play this game for one day. And I ended up streaming it for 3 days, playing it off stream, and I am making this video on it. That is actually how impressed I am with this title. And this is one of my surprise games of all of 2025. Now, a friend of mine, Quiet, he is a Last Epoch creator. He is the person that put into Last Epoch Legacy of the Quiet Forest and Ravenous Void. Those are his items. He loves this game. He's even got some hidden stuff in the game. So it's because of his recommendation that I even tried it. And man, I was blown away. So for this video, I'm going to give you my first impressions and a breakdown for Striving for Light. But first, and huge shout out to the sponsor of today's video, boot.dev. Now, if you don't know about boot.dev, right now they are trying to tackle one of the hardest problems in programming: boredom. And I get bored very, very easily.
Squirrel!
Now, you might not know this about me, but I have never coded anything in my life until now. I have beaten the tutorial and I am now on to variables. So far, my favorite feature on boot.dev is the solution button.
God, give me the answer!
Being new to this, there's nothing more frustrating when you hit a wall and not knowing what to do, and boot.dev is there to hold your hand, which is great. Learn back-end web development from start to finish: Python, Go, JavaScript, TypeScript, SQL, and C. And again, they're trying to cure your boredom, which means you're going to get achievements, you're going to get quests, you're even going to have boss fights with boot.dev.
You won! You did it!
The best way to learn to code is building real projects, and that was what we are currently doing. I'm building a game called Fantasy Quest. Go to boot.dev and try courses right now for free. Then use my code ActionRPG to get 25% off your first year if you choose the annual plan. Huge shout out to boot.dev for sponsoring today's video. Now, there is so much to cover. I don't know how I'm going to fit it into this video, but we're going to start with character customization. How much tinkering, how much build diversity do you have inside of Striving for Light? And we're going to start with character selector. There are 8 classes in this game, and your selection is very important. Now, Striving for Light has taken influence from basically Torchlight, Path of Exile, and Diablo. And when you're playing this game, it's like they played each one for a year, took the best aspects out of every one, and just shoved it into this game. It's everywhere you turn, it's like, hey, that's a mimic. Hey, there's a massacre bonus. Hey, there's a greater rift. Hey, there's blight. There's heist. Like, this game has all of it, okay? And I will show you. So, on character selector, you've got your kind of Tyrael character, female Tyrael, Deckard Cain, Source, Rogue, Farmer. This is the last character that you unlock, and this, yes, you have an army of chickens, by the way. Necromancer and Barbarian. So lots of options when it comes to character selection. And what makes each character, each one has different modifiers based on it, but each one also has a specialization, or as I would like to call it, an ascendancy. We are now logged into my farmer, and this is the character I started at the end of stream, currently level 14, and this is the specialization. I know it looks just like a PoE ascendancy, and in here there's tons of build enabling properties. Like right now, I am going into chicken herd. Call an additional 2 permanent chickens and companion to empower your companions. Call 3 permanent chickens to fight with you. Chicken nest, you throw a nest and it makes chickens. You can go here, feather dash. When you use your dash ability, it makes a chicken. Or you can go into other ways, increase your companion damage. All permanent companions trigger explosions. You are a farmer and you herd all of these different animals. So this is the specialization. And it is the center point of your passive tree. So you've got your character selection, which has inherent bonuses. You have your ascendancy, specialization, and you have your passive tree. And there's more to it, okay? But I'm going to cover this. Now, this is an ever-growing tree, and it grows forever, and it's completely random, which means every time you play this game, your tree or your character will have a different one based upon the run. And you can see that in here, I'm going in, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 wolf companions right now, because you're going to have skills on the tree and you're going to have different bonuses for your character. But what makes this tree so special is what you can do to it. So I open up my skill gems here, and these are all different gems that I've collected during the run. This is fully craftable. So right here, you'll see that I've collected a node called Chicken Companion, and I could take this node and I can actually build it onto the passive tree. So for example, well, I guess it's not, oh, here we go. So right now, I would normally need to take this node, this node, this node, and this node to get up here to the upper tree. But by building this, I can put the node right here, and now, well, I guess I don't want it there. I want it here. Bam. I have now added in Chicken Companion to this node. There's also tons of other stuff you could do. You could switch out nodes. So let's say I no longer want this. Bam, it's now a different node. You can add different links into the tree if you want different connection points. I mean, there's just so many different things for the actual passive tree. It's very cool. So I just added this chicken. Now click, and now summon a permanent chicken melee companion. And now when you come here, well, I guess you can't see it because there's so many chickens already on the map. There's my permanent chicken. You see it? Running around. Character, ascendancy, passive tree. Moving on to another way to modify your character, and that is through the Tree of Light. Now, if anybody knows the original Diablo 4 skill tree, I'll put it on the screen right now. It is almost like a carbon copy of that. And that Diablo 4 skill tree, by the way, was axed. They decided to not go with it. These are permanent bonuses that you get every single run. And on here, you could go in and you could select different nodes that are going to boost up your character. And on here, you have ways to boost your companion's damage. You have ways to make your companion show up on the passive tree. Just again, further ways to customize your character based upon the build you are using. And you use light, striving for light, Tree of Light, to actually update this tree, which you find throughout your runs. Now, I know what you're probably thinking. Aaron, you said this is an isometric action RPG. Where is the gear? I got you. Each character can hold up to 4 weapons. And again, right now, I just started this character. I'll show you on my end game character. And on the farmer, I have a melee weapon and a ranged weapon. And then you have basically like a hot swap where you get this stash space. So you can keep something if you want to craft on it later, or if you just want to swap in and out multiple weapons when you're in combat, you could do that as well. So 2 melee, 2 ranged. You also have 4 trinkets, and these are items that fall on the ground that give you tremendous power, including abilities. You've got all your main stats, miscellaneous stats, currency, and skills, and a nice way to track all of your stats that you're building through your character. Now, obviously, right now, I don't have any trinkets on this character, but I'll show you on one of my more advanced characters. You got a map overlay, you've got training dummies. Now, check this out. Here's my farmer. Whoa, look at this green shot. Pretty good, right? I know, it looks really boring at first. I got my wolves and my chickens attacking, and I don't do a whole lot. This character is level 14, and I have 2 hearts. This game's like an arcade, so when you get hit, you lose a heart, and then you could regain hearts. Let me show you my endgame character. We have now switched from my level 14 farmer to my level 68 rogue, and you will see I went from 2 hearts to 16. Because I've been working on this character, it is very strong. Now, looking at the gear, you will see that I have an Ascended Axe, which I believe is the highest rarity. I could be wrong about that, but it's the highest rarity I've ever found. And it does ground slam on attack and bursting attack on attack. It automatically triggers 2 abilities. It also has conditional base damage on it, and I can craft on this further. So very cool item, this huge axe. You'll see on here too, I also have all my trinket spots. And this took me a second to understand, so let me tell you. You find these legendary trinkets, and this is the Guardian one. You become invincible for 6 seconds, and the cooldown is 25 enemies. So every 25 enemies that you kill, you can unlock being invincible, which is awesome. I use it during boss fights when I need it. And ultimately, in order to use this, I need a red, blue, and green trinket in the other 3 spots. So I have found attack speed trinket, I have found a melee range trinket, and I found an additional legendary molten orb trinket, which basically cast fire orbs. So, since all conditions are met, now I get invincible for 6 seconds, and when I fill this, I hit Q, and I get this blue thing around me, and I'm good. So this is my higher end character. Now you saw what attacks looked like previous. Check this out. Here's what a level 68 melee rogue looks like when it comes to combat. Huge AoEs, way more damage, and I shoot molten boulders. Very, very, very cool. When you look at my passive tree, this is what I've been working on. You can see how much bigger it is than the level 14. These are all custom nodes that I put in. And for my ascendancy, I've unlocked 3 points, and I've gone fully into critical strike. So crit strike, crit damage, crit strike, crit damage, crit strike, crit damage. I made the decision to just try full critical strike. It's just easy when you are learning. So at this point, you should have a general understanding on character customization. Now I'm going to tell you what the game actually is, what the hell you're actually going to be doing. Now, again, this is an isometric action RPG roguelite, which means even though it's got gear, even though it's got all this awesome customization of your character, at some point you will die, at some point your run will end, and you will have to start over. Now, when you start over, you're stronger, you have more experience, you have more currency, you've upgraded your tree of light, and each run gets better and better so that you could push further and further difficulty. This game has hardcore and softcore competitive ladders, and it has co-op. So you can continue to compete against other players and play with a friend if you want. Now, this little, my heart's up here. You'll notice this energy shield around it. It's these blue bars. And when you die, you lose 1. You die again, you lose 2. You die a 3rd time, your energy shield is now gone. 4 deaths in a row, and your run is over. Now, you can refill these bars by completing a map. Every map completed, you get 1 life back. So you're kind of playing this game. And what, for me, the longest run I've had is 5 hours and 20 minutes. Normally, it's like I hit a boss I can't beat, die, 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 run is over. I haven't had one that I've like barely beat and then I've been able to claw back, but that's the way it works. Now, when we're coming here, let's switch. I play this game on controller. Now on here, and it has hybrid controller support. Again, this is my farmer character, which I just started. So you start up here and you go down on these maps. This is your, they call it the Pathfinder. It's basically an atlas. And on here, you will see that they have different modifiers on them. So when you click on a map, all right, it's going to show you the next ones that are coming. It's going to show you the modifiers for them, the positives, the negatives. And of course, you can juice your maps as well through currency that you find. So on here, I'll throw another modifier on it, shows the positives and the negatives, and then you enter the map. We are now inside of that map. And by the way, I'm playing a very ridiculous idea for a build that I have. I am using wolves and chickens with my farmer. My wolves can use my melee ability, and later on, I'm going to transform my melee ability into little, basically melee sentries, so that hopefully I can have my wolves basically place down other minions and try and it's a crazy idea. I don't know. It's been in my head, so I wanted to try it out. Anyways, inside of these maps, there's tons of stuff to do, okay? I mean, like, again, think of every isometric action RPG you could think of. It's pretty much in here. You have bossing. You have treasure goblins. Their version is flying squirrels. You have delve. You have heist. You've got arena. You've got a tower defense for blight. You've got greater rifts and timed events and their version of breaches. Here, we'll go through this. I'll clear this map. So the way the idea works is you can juice your maps, all right? And you're doing all the activities in the map. You will fight a small boss. The small boss, because there's one in every map, will drop a key. The key will lead you to a chest and a portal, and then you fight the actual boss of the map. If you beat it, you move on. And again, if you complete the map, so you kill the mini boss and the main boss, you get a life back. Snail. This snail might be the mini boss. And again, I know this build looks weird. I'm wolves, chickens. It's all screwed up. All right. And it was not. All right, we're moving on. We got a big frog. We've got a mimic. Or you got a chest in there. That one didn't have the tongue. We're fighting all these enemies. Well, at least my chickens are. We've got a Echoes of Fate. We've got a Darkness, Breach. What else do we got? Traps. We're gonna die as I'm showing you everything. Get them, wolves! Our farmer is now level 38. A little stronger. I unlocked my second ascendancy point. First ascendancy is at level 10. Second one is at level 30. Third one's at level 60. I don't know what level the fourth one is. I've never made it. All right, what else do we got around here? We got a cursed chest right here. We've got the tree of light right there. Tons of mini bosses. This is the chest. When I find the key, this is how you unlock the boss. So that's what we got. Cursed chest, mimics, tree of light, breach. All kinds of crap in this map. All right, let me see if I can clear these enemies, and then we'll try some of these activities. We're one hit away from death. Don't die. When you die, it's not a huge deal, though, especially on, like, these lower maps. You lose life, you jump right back into where you left off. Fight the boss, you get the life back. And we're dead. You go back to town, pop right back in your map, and you're right back in. So you'll see up top, I have lost the shield. Kill this frog. Thank you. And we got the key. Oh my gosh, we only have one heart again. We're gonna die again. It's okay. We've gotten 4 levels on this map. We're level 40 now. Sometimes there's multiple enemies on here that'll drop the key too. Okay, let's do Devouring Darkness. Breach. Kind of like Breach. Enemies pop up, random areas. Get away from me. Again, I know this build looks very boring. It's because my minions are doing all the damage. It'll come online once I am dropping traps, I think. Don't die. That would be embarrassing. Okay, we beat it. So now it offers a reward. This is a way for me to modify my passive tree. I will take max health. Okay, now we will do Echoes of Fate. Echoes of Fate is a basically like an NPC that you unlock in town for your run that allows you to switch out and convert different nodes you don't need. But you gotta unlock it by beating this. Holy moly. All right. There's no way I can beat this. Without getting hit is gonna be difficult. All right, it's allowing me to run away. Ugh. Give me that heart. Give me that heart. They're all over the place. Hey, we're back to full life. All right. Now we can fight again. Get out of here, this turtle. Items dropped. Okay. And I think everybody gets the idea. Dude! This turtle took all my life. Get me out of here! All right, open the chest. Bam. Okay, we've made it to the boss. Beat the boss, we get back a life, go on to the next map. And we've got the mosquito. Oh, man. And our damage is not... This build sucks. I don't know what I was thinking. All right, the bug is almost dead. Get him. The flutter thorn. Wolves, will you please just kill it? Chickens. And die. All right, map boss done. Get all the loot. Couple of item drops, nothing I want. Come over here. And then you select your next map. Now, instead of doing that, I'm gonna go to town. So I got a couple other things to show you. Now up here, you have multiple NPCs. You can unlock weapons. You can transmute items. So you can basically switch them in and out. You can come over here. You also unlock characters, unlock skills. And this stuff normally costs light. Down here, you have all your leaderboards. Rift leaderboard, challenge leaderboard, greater keeper leaderboard, overall leaderboard. Down over here, you have your pit or greater rifts. These require you killing these guardians. Right now I can run it once because I needed these different trials. I needed the earth trial, which I have. So I can go down and there's a challenge for this as well. So there's lots of different activities you could do in town. And of course, you already saw the training dummies. Now what I'm gonna do is die, all right? I don't want this video to be insanely long and this build sucks. I wanna start over. So now I'm gonna die. And it's nice, I can tell you I'm gonna mean to die so you can't make fun of me. All right, kill me. Dead. All right, you need to kill me one more time. Dead. All right, run is over. By the way, that was the super treasure goblin. It was the flying squirrel. All right. So you have been defeated. Level 42. Here's my experience honor. This is what I want to show you. This is what I'm going to end you with. Okay, so you got to see some end game. You got to see some character customization. And again, this video is literally scratching the surface. Scratching the surface. This game's only 15 bucks. By the way, I'm not sponsored by the devs or developers for Striving a Light. I just thought it was so much fun that I needed to make this, okay? This was like the icing on the cake. I couldn't believe it. When you are playing, you get these little echo fragments after each run, all right? With these echo fragments, you can build your own in-game item. You could go in here and pick the base. So if we wanted to make an axe, then you can come in here. Let's see, what kind of handle do we want? We'll make it just, there we go, green. Then you make the base of it. What looks good with green? We'll keep it green. Then you need the ornament at the top. Let's see, perfect. A nice super green axe. Then you come in, you got the base damage, attack speed, attack range. And when you put these in, it'll actually cost echo fragments, which means if you played this game long enough, you could literally choose the base grip ornament, super boost the damage, super boost the attack speed, super boost the attack range. And this would cost, just know that the stronger the item, the higher the cost. So this would have an 6 endurance cost per attack, but it would be insanely strong. So it's not just like you're making the most broken items in the game. Or if you want to make a leveling item, you could do the opposite, pull it down and put no stats. All right, but if you wanted to make an end game base item, it would cost you 620 fragments. I currently have 232. But the best part about this is you get to put in your own flavor text. So you can go in here and say, fun, victory. I don't know, you can put whatever you want. Hello, caution, give up. And when you're playing the game, you are finding other people's weapons. I don't know. You see something like this, and it's just so cool. I'm running around playing the game, and I'm finding other creators' weapons, and they've got some funny messages that they have done in it. I just absolutely love it. All right, everybody, that's the video. Striving for light first impressions. 2 big thumbs up from me. Planned to play it a day, ended up playing it for 3 days and after stream and showing other creators, and decided to make this video. I'm really impressed, and honestly, I'm just scratching the surface in this video on what's possible, and there's tons of stuff I don't even know. It's a lot of fun, especially if you're a build tinkerer. It's a lot of fun. Please like, share, and subscribe if you think I've earned it. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. We're 350 subscribers away from 100,000. So I just really appreciate it if you considered subscribing. Check out my new website, actionrpg.com, currently in its kind of beta alpha phase. But every 10 days we get a new update, and it's getting better, and new writers, and optimized. And we're leaning towards API builder, getting some interest from other games. It's been a wild ride, and we're just getting started. Again, actionrpg.com. Last but not least, join the Discord. 5,000 action RPG enthusiasts. I think we're at 5,300 in the Discord. We do game nights, movie nights, all the subathon shenanigans. We do a giveaway every 2 weeks. Right now, the current giveaway is an Action RPG hat for just being a member of the community. Awesome place to hang out. I'm done. Hopefully you're entertained or at least learned something. Aaron, out.